Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Platter Review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It was way too hot out for me to go grab food, so I'm eating stuff in the house. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? You can kind of already see it. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, though? Happens to be my Dead shirt. Yeah! If you're unfamiliar with the band Dead, they have an interesting history in that the lead singer previously had been in a sort of classic nu metal band back in them thar days, like late 90s, early 2000s, called Half Game. And this is his current band, Dead, which is sort of part of the nu metal sort of revival. I ran into their stuff a few years ago, and I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. And then by sort of happy happenstance, I ended up actually finding the band Half Game, and then made that association. So I've been fortunate enough, I actually got to see them perform live earlier this year. I got some videos of their performance. Those videos are on my channel in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're absolutely badass. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Like I said, the time I'm doing this, like, we've been on a shitty freaking heat wave for over 2 weeks now. It's getting a little bit better, but it's still humid and crappy out. So I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna fucking go out and grab anything. So I started looking around the house to see what I got. Well, one thing that I always have and I can always review is boom, instant ramen stuff. I've reviewed plenty of instant ramen. I in fact have an entire playlist called Ramen Reviews. That's where this review is going to end up, as well as all of the previous stuff that I've reviewed in the past. So this is from Nissin. This is their artificial tonkotsu flavored ramen, and it's Nissin Raoh. I don't know, yes, but it's the king of ramen. Sure, this was one of those ones where it was a little bit more involved. You know, I had to boil the water, do the thing, and they had an interesting step in there where they're like, take the flavoring packets, put those in a separate bowl, leave them there while you boil up the stuff. Then when you go to put it in, just put in the water with the flavoring packets, mix up the flavoring, then add in the noodles, then mix it again. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I did all that, and it turns out looking, well, you can kind of see it, like instant noodles. Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. I don't know that I'm going to be able to, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So, boobadoo. Something like that. Yeah, it's okay. Ha 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 ha! Let's try this out. I've had stuff from Nissin before. I actually love proper tonkotsu ramen. Oh my god, tonkotsu ramen's so good. So let's hope for the best with this one. There. It told me to boil it just for, well, let it simmer for 4 minutes. I honestly probably would have done it for a little bit longer, personally. Yeah, because the noodle consistency, not bad, but maybe, at least for me, I would prefer them to be a little bit softer. So, I would personally make that adjustment. Maybe go over there and give it another minute or so. But, otherwise, the noodles taste nice. They're fine. I wouldn't say they're anything holy shit amazing, but they're definitely, I'll say this, they're better than like the, very standard, like your top ramen style noodles. They are hard to hold on to, though. They do a pretty good job of carrying the flavor of the ramen itself. The only thing is because like I said, I do love tonkatsu ramen. If I have a preference, which I do, uh, I like spicy tonkatsu ramen. This is obviously just more standard, which is fine. Even standard tonkatsu ramen is fucking phenomenal. So I really there's an awesome ramen place. It's not close to me, but it's a little bit of a drive. I would love to do a review of that place, but like I have no way of making it happen where I could properly showcase the ramen. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. If my channel gets big enough, maybe I can go over there and convince them to be like, "Hey, can I go over there and film a thing?" But even then, like I'd have to. It would be a whole thing. Okay. It's not bad. I'm not gonna say that it's anything holy shit amazing, but it's decent. Let's try out the broth by itself. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Um, I've definitely had better instant tonkatsu ramens though, and especially with the fact that this thing again, it had that whole extra process of mix it separately. I'm just tossing this out there, and I could be completely wrong. I'm not. You could just mix this all at once. I don't think you need that extra step, um, because I went through the steps, and it's very okay. It's fine. It has a little bit of richness to it, but it's very fleeting. I think that's the thing that's the most surprising to me. It's just how like again, it's got a nice rich kind of savoriness to it, but like there's really no depth to it. It's just a one and done hit. I've definitely had and I've had better tonkatsu ramens that you don't have to boil the water and shit. You just pour it in the thing, pop it in the microwave. So yeah, honestly, like I'm not hating this, but like it's very underwhelming. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of a nothing burger for me. All right, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. Honestly, I think for me personally, I mean, look, I'm a lazy guy. I prefer to do the ramens that I can just pour the shit in, pop it in the microwave anyway. But if I get a really nice ramen where I have to, go through a few extra steps, as long as it tastes really good, I'm perfectly fine with doing that. This, no, it's not bad, but it's just so meh. Like I don't know that I've tasted a ramen that has less going on. And that's a shame because again, I love tonkatsu ramen. And it does have some of that tonkatsu style flavor, but it's just again, it's so fleeting. It really doesn't bring much to the table. I'll be 100% honest with you. As soon as I'm done with this review, I'm gonna go get some hot sauce and pop it in there to get something out of it. So, for me personally, again, there's better options available. I don't need this one. If I'm if I'm recommending it, like I said, I'm not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is one of those ramens that's like more intended for you to spruce up yourself. Obviously a lot of people do that. Um, I'm fairly basic bitch when it comes to my stuff. I just want the ramen to taste good, right? So like I don't want to go over there and you can add in the egg and you can I need it to taste good. This doesn't taste bad, but it almost tastes like nothing. It's very, very again, it's almost ethereal. Um, so yeah, like I don't see a reason for this. Again, I think there's so many better instant ramens out there, and then even in terms of like tonkatsu offerings, there's definitely better ones. So, well, again, I don't think it's anything terrible. It's nothing. So, five things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Tonkotsu-tastic rest of your life, but the real deal, the proper stuff. Again, I need to figure out a way to do a review of that ramen place. I gotta figure it out. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. You know, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on ramen? Have you had the real deal stuff? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I consider myself incredibly fortunate because, like, there are a number of ramen spots, you know, kind of in my general area. But they range so hard. And, like, I've been to, you know, some that, like, seem like they're going to be legit, and then they're very okay. So I'm really happy that I do have, like, this one really proper nice ramen spot that, like, literally takes its heritage, you know, back to actual Japan. Because if you've never had proper ramen, I mean, it's amazing. But let me know your thoughts.